Smells good.
Cardamom, I
Ooh.
guess. Cardamom. Few cloves, I guess.
Nice. Now, I want to discuss a little bit about all those retreats and different practices, spiritual practice, yoga practice.
Let's share.
Where did
like
you
that.
go? What did you do? What really works for you? I will share what works for me.
Okay, so my story begins probably in very young age. And for some reason from the beginning, I don't know, since I remember myself maybe 4 or 5 years old, I have this feeling that something is hidden from me. That something
Hidden.
is hidden, yeah. So something is there that like parents wouldn't tell me, or there is another eldest person knows and they wouldn't share with me. So I have this curiosity just grow within me all the time. So at the young age, I was selling newspapers. So I was searching all the recipes, all the.
How old were you?
I think from 8 I started selling the newspaper. So I would read a lot. Sometimes appropriate, sometimes inappropriate content, but I was greedy to the knowledge. I was greedy to discover something is hidden. I don't know, is it something, I would even study some criminal books and criminal pages. So try to see what is behind the scene, to try to understand what is driving people. So it's a long way, but this feeling was always driving me during all my spiritual life. So
You know, also when I was little, and at this age, like maybe 6, starting from 6, whenever I was summertime in a village with my grandma, like with my grandma, we would collect some herbs and, try to make some tea and some, herbal remedies for winter. With my other grandma, we would always go and collect all those herbal stuff. That's maybe why, as my first certification, which was never completed, but my first passion was aromatherapy. So we were choosing all those herbs and making like brewing different teas and different remedies for whatever issue, like whatever physical issue.
okay, naturopathy.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe I had a skill, maybe it was...
I mean, something is calling within you, and it's not something that you can stop it. It's just, it's like a drive within you. I think you're born with it, like in my case. So forced introduction to spirituality. Well, my mom was teaching us Bible, but I didn't get too much into religion with my mom. For some reason, I don't know. I didn't feel it, the connection. So the first connection it was in 2009. I was staying at in Baku at the time. And one of my ex-husband's friend, he has Indian shop in Baku those times. And he mentioned I have a friend teaching yoga. And I don't know, just something is just click. I get so curious and I want to know everything about it. And I have acrobatic background. Like I did acrobatics, I was very flexible. And in my mind, yoga will be something that will come and I will do exercise. So he introduced me to her. And she asked me to go to one of the classes, and it was immediately like a hammer in the head. It was Art of Living, Shri Shri, and it was happiness program for 3 days. So I get introduced like a with the long Kriya and the long meditation. So I was just like
it's not for the newbie, not for beginner program.
So I was just dropped into it.
And
I remember first day I was sitting there, I was thinking, oh my God, what is this? I want to just get out of it. Then I feel comfortable. We do exercise, but everything is slow. It's breathing slow, They are all relaxed, and like for me, exercise is exercise, so you have to do it, like put your hard work into it. So I wasn't impressed. And the second day, I think my ex-husband has a birthday party. Somebody invited us, and we went to the party. And I didn't plan to come back to the classes. So, but it was in the evening, so we already was home. I think we even have a few drinks, and the teacher calls, Nadia, where are you? I said, I don't think I'm coming because it's 3 days program. I don't think I'm coming. And she said, no, you have to come. You have to come, and on top of that, I'll pay for your taxi. So I feel guilty, so I jump into the taxi, I come to the class, and it was a long Kriya. So after the few drinks, I wasn't feel well at the beginning, and then we start breathe. And this was first experience for me that I feel myself out of the body immediately into this Kriya, and that's it. It's like something that I would never experience again that way. It was shocking. It was like a cold shower into you. So with this experience, and that's it. That's yoga become part of my life. I start studying a lot, and I was so greedy for knowledge. I was searching for knowledge. I was searching for books, searching for teachers. Now I understand it was just one of the ways, feel fulfilled with the knowledge. Now I'm coming down, like on the way. It's more about living instead of just getting the knowledge. I mean, live through this knowledge and using it instead of just collecting it. And anyway, journey. And then it starts. So I did a lot of studies. I did studies in Azerbaijan. I did studies in Ukraine for trainer. I did studies in UAE. I think in total is around, I don't know, around 1,700 hours of different certifications. And I realized one thing. So I was hoping when you go to study as a teacher, so I was hoping they will reveal another knowledge beyond that. Because one of the things that was happening to me, it was conscious sleep. So I assume I saw dreams, which ones you cannot just say a dream, you forget and move on. There's a dreams like my ex, when Granny died, she came to my dream. Then it's my friend mother passed away, and she was coming to me and talking to me. So it's a lot of things, and I was terrified on the way, because you're scared when these things happen to you. When you witness, you witness, you don't know. And then even more scary that nobody can give you answer. What is it? So I was doing researches, I was doing the studies, but when you go to teacher trainings, classes, courses, you hope they will reveal this information, but they don't. They give you limitation towards your body, and you don't go in beyond. And I have to say, I go big rounds to find explanation of deep spiritual world, I would say. Like, for example, we all sit in meditations hours and hours, right? And spend a lot of time, but nobody explains to us what happened with us during the meditation. Like when you sit in meditation, you have refocus.
Yeah.
So you will start seeing the colors, and then colors are split, and you can go as like a tunnel and splitting, right? And when you're sitting and observing it, then suddenly you can feel some time drops, or like a timescape. So, and those are very important points that nobody speaks about, so that you go into your subconscious layers of your aura, layer of your depth, and then visions during the meditations of pictures, people. So it could be your past life. So this information in normal classes, even as a teacher, as a I was trained to teach trainers. Still, information wasn't given. And when you experience it, okay, and you don't have answers, you have only doubts left.
Exactly.
So it's another things like cleansing processes happen, right? So one of the teacher trainings, we were doing the cleansing. We did the cleansing with the water, with salt water, consuming and cleansing. And during this period of time when we was doing it, I was fine. But then I start crying. I start hysterically crying. And I couldn't stop. I understand it's cleansing happening and it's normal. But when you have teachers beside you who cannot explain to you what's happening to you and why is it happening. And in my case at the time, it was so bad. I think from my rage and pain that I was witnessing at the time, I can explode the world. That strong was. So I left the class and I sit in the car and scream to come out all the energy that was accessed there. And I was screaming and I was saying...
So the teacher did not explain?
So not for everybody is different. You see, some those who experience those things, they can guide you and tell you what happened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But some who doesn't.
Yeah, you can't explain what you never experienced.
Yes, and to be honest, I have very strong team as well. I mean, was teachers in the Rishikesh, like I don't know, so there's a strong team. Don't take me wrong, but again, the knowledge is limited being given. So. Anyway, I remember that I was screaming, and I was praying at the same time. I say, God, please, I cannot hold this rage and this powerful energy coming out of me. I cannot hold it anymore.
So you remember how to pray at that moment?
Yes.
I will tell you then how I remember.
And you with no control. So for me, it's like yoga is I cannot even say it's journey. It's journey of exploring your body, understand your soul, see yourself within, and then find a way of journey to how to avoid probably, and how to learn how to serve in this world. And manage kids, household all together is not an easy journey. Anyway, of course I didn't stop there. I traveled a few times to India. Not few, probably 4, 5, 5 times to India in different places.
Not bad.
As a funny thing, I was introduced to Prana Yoga video. And it was given to me exact date of my ex-husband asked me for divorce. So it was like this. And it was given to me one of my teachers that we were studying together. And he was giving the course as a present. So you can say whatever, but it is very powerful. And there the knowledge of prana, all the centers of the body, how we can heal ourselves with the energy, how we can source the energy from the Divine Mother, Divine Father, through the body, how to heal yourself and others. Entities within a person and the body. So anyway, so where I studied Yoga Prana Vidya is the only university in the world that has been recognized. And they have a lot of cases for healing the tumors, cancer, side visions, and all. There's a list of spectrum of different varieties of the sicknesses in the human's body. And I had a huge team. And it happened exactly after I finished my MBA for psychology. So what happened is, Prana Vidya Yoga coming exactly after I have the knowledge of psychology.
So it's like better to
understand. Then as a part comes how we are changing our energies in Prana videos that they have about everything about psychology and how it's affecting. And when you combine this knowledge, it makes sense. A lot of things, majority of the time, we are the one who is projecting the future by allowed our
Correct.
feelings being here. And it's probably a little bit different to see, you know, like we see in the future like one line, right?
Yeah.
But if you look from the perspective,
traditionally, that's how it is
if you look on the
perceived.
perspective of the future unfold to you, from you, is unfolds, not as a straight line, and that you are the one who projecting that future.
Oh, that's a very interesting perspective.
So it's like inside out sock. Instead of thinking as a line, but if you put in the sock, so this is you're pulling out your future. But it starts
Never
from
thought
you.
of it like this.
I know.
I perceive it slightly differently, but again, the way I perceive it's like past, present, and future is like all kind of like in the same spot, happening at the same time, and it's the choices we make. That's how we can envision whatever's happening in the future or would potentially happen in the future. But again, this I'm saying from my experience. I didn't do any mushrooms, nothing like that, but I had very deep trance meditative states, and I've been having them. It's not like I'm practicing it continuously. I wish I could, and I would. It would definitely benefit me, but it's more like goes into waves, starting from early childhood, roughly teenage years, maybe 13, 14, out of boredom. I'm searching for some books to read. 90s, there is no mobile phone, there is no internet connection, there is a TV, and if you like, you have color TV. And you have this program when they stream some of the shows that you would like to watch. That's it. So the best entertainment I had is reading books. And I read all my mom's books, and I went throughout the whole classics. I went to my dad's library, and he had a huge one. And there I find those two books. The first book, well, not two, it was I think 4 books total, but it was 2 themes. The first one, it was something about occult studies. And the other one, it was esoterics.
Esoterics?
Yes, esoterics.
Okay.
And I read it. And the more I read, the more I'm drawn to it. It's like so fascinating. I mean, they had really weird rituals, shamanic old style rituals, which I personally find it inhuman, and I just like read for the general knowledge, but finish with that. But then from those books, I learned certain ways of meditation. Now I know the fancy word meditation, and I know the fancy words out-of-body experience and astral projection and all those entities and astral realms and all of the stuff and aura. That time, I didn't know those fancy words. It was described differently, and I see it. I know, okay, you need to prepare your body first. So I'm preparing my body first for 2 or 3 weeks with fasting, like no animal products. For me, it was easy because I'm not a big fan of meat. So I'm preparing my body. I'm doing the same ritual. I'm doing this, like all the cleansing with all my herbs. Yeah. Then I'm sitting, closing my eyes, I'm meditating. I didn't know that it was meditation. I'm meditating, and then I feel like this kind of buzzing sounds, like a white noise in my ears, like shh. And then I hear, and it's like, and I see a totally different spectrum of colors and voices, and I see something like I recognize it was like elementals in the air, and I see the nature is talking to me, like the trees are singing and all this stuff. I'm thinking maybe I'm falling asleep, and I want to wake up, and I'm not able to wake up. I want to speak, I can hear myself, but no one hears me. And then I turn back and I see myself sitting on the middle of my room with all those candles, and I'm at the ceiling apparently. And what I'm interacting is those elementals and some spirits which outside I thought first maybe I'm hallucinating, but I didn't take anything like to hallucinate. I panicked a little bit. I returned back to body. I opened my eyes like, wow, that's an experience. This is awesome. I'm gonna repeat it the next day. Next day I'm repeat the same experience. Next time when I get out of my body, I decide, what if I fly to a different city, check it out how it is there, and then maybe check out where my mom is because she was on a business trip, and then I can ask you the next day where she was and see if our description matches, so I can know I'm not crazy. So I did that. It matched.
Okay,
I knew I'm not crazy.
Surfing.
Kind. I do not
sleeping
know.
Or in meditation?
It was in a trance state. It's like my body is on the floor and I am outside. The next time, one day, I decided I will practice with communicating to some spirits. I don't remember what was my idea. Maybe I don't remember exactly. It was definitely for personal gain, like, cheating on exam or whatever. So I do the procedure, I call in spirits, fall asleep, or kind of like fall asleep. And that's when I pause for a couple of years after that. And then I get up and I'm getting up from the bed, but it's like my astral body is getting up from the bed. My actual body is laying. I can see that my body is laying, but I'm getting up because I hear some noise. I'm thinking, who the hell is in my room? And I see there are like 3 dudes. I have never seen them. And my question is, like, what the hell are you doing in my room? Who are you? And they are just walking and talking in between of themselves, like, and now she pretends that she doesn't know. That's the phrase I remember, I recall. And then we have a conversation and I realize what I've done and that it is not fun to do it. I mean, you don't do it for the personal gain because there are some consequences, some exchange, they explain the rules. Anyway, I didn't ask for anything. I just tried to get into the body and for some reason I couldn't get into the body.
Really? Wow.
I couldn't. I could see the silver cord attached, but it's like I'm getting in and I'm not getting in at the same time. I panicked that moment. I panicked. I was screaming. No one hears me. I panicked so badly. Finally, I got into the body. I woke up. I was short of breath. I had to do like a couple of deep inhales as if, I've been suffocating or something. That's when I paused and I decided, okay, maybe my dad was right when he told me that before doing something, I should use my brain a little bit, understand it deeper, the philosophy and all that stuff, how it works, and then you proceed and do it. For some reason, those stuff were always easy for me. So I paused for a couple of years, and I think just in a few years, I forgot about all of that. I knew that like my intuition is good. I'm still curious about all this knowledge. So I would always buy a book, read that book, do some practice directly from the book, start from the pure heart, understand all the herbs. Like whenever I had a chance to talk to some shaman lady, I would go, not to do something, but just, to learn from her or to talk to them.
Okay. Sure.
I did tarot. That was my very good gig during the university years and school years. Always I was good at tarot that time. Now I cannot do. I don't feel the cards. I don't have them. I don't practice. And all the way until I was already, I think, 28, and I was going through the complete burnout and postnatal depression, all this stuff. And I was trying to get myself back into some kind of, stable condition to fix my relationship with my husband and just to be like sober and normal human being. So I started to normalize my sleep, and the only way I could do it is through meditation. I could meditate only for 15 seconds at that time. And then slowly I increased it to like 20, 30, 40 minutes, until like there was exactly how you explained and described this meditation you did. Complete collapse of our distortion of time. There is no sense of time. It's like time does not exist. All those colors are like layers. You're going through the tunnel and all of them like blending in, and some colors that are not even existing, and then you can hear the colors. You can see, I always see music and colors. I mean, all of those distortions, just like you described it, Nadia. And I also was looking for, some knowledge. So I would go to one meditation evening or to some practice, some workshop, and I would ask those teachers. And only one teacher, I was very lucky. It was an Armenian teacher, and he told me, "Where did you learn this meditation? This is deep. I mean, you need to come for proper workshop and actually learn all this stuff, because you can go deeper." That's when I started to actually learn all of those like different modalities, what to do with it, how to operate, and not lock myself in a house because I cannot go to a shopping mall, because it's so overwhelming. Since, sometimes you feel absorbed like a sponge emotions, and then you don't even know if you're getting nuts or is it your, emotional swings or somebody else's. So that was that experience with meditation where I could start to feel. And actually I saw one crystal, and that crystal, it was pink quartz crystal that I saw during meditation. It was like magnetic pull. It's like, you have to find this crystal, Anna. So I'm Googling, where do I buy this crystal?
Pink
and
crystal.
Yes, pink quartz. And I find that crystal being sold in a wellness center. I'm going straight to wellness center to buy the pink crystal.
Okay.
I bought my pink crystal, and there I learned they had this workshop, exactly, but the big one. And that's when I met this teacher. And then the teacher told me about that experience, and that's how I started, learning all this stuff properly.
I think, like for me personally, I was like a seeker, very curious. Thanks God I didn't go with the tarot and other things. Within me was a fear. There was something that's prohibited and not allowed to touch. So I think I ever was with these ladies who read the future, I think only once, and I didn't stay there even for 20 minutes. So
maybe you had some bloodline where the women were knowledgeable enough and wise enough that they were proclaimed as witches and burned.
I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, in my history, I know I had.
Within, you just something you don't touch. You just don't touch it, and that's it. You don't
My mom was always scared of this. My dad was okay. He had ability to heal. I learned from him how to heal his hands.
During this time, all of the spiritual world, like for almost 17 years, if you take a part where you pretend that you're spiritual because you have a knowledge and try to teach others, and when you learn from different collapses and different situations in life and gaps and pain, because when you carry the knowledge and you're like not careful who you're saying, how you're saying, if it's one thing and you feel of that you're and then when it comes with the into the point where you start living this life during this knowledge, without the masks, without pretending, this is totally different to spiritual world for me. I went to Nepal. I stayed in Nepal and one of the monastery over there. And it was very nice situation that this happened over there. We come for...
Next time you go to Nepal, put me in a suitcase.
Sure. So we went to do mantras, and we were put in the monastery with the kids. So all the kids from that place. So they all coming and do the mantras in the morning. So we was put in with the case. We never really come attached with the bigger monks. So it's like monastery was split in two. So we was doing the mantras, I think 4 or 5 days in a row. And one of the days we come in and they wouldn't allow us inside the chambers. They wouldn't allow us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
So they say, please, you're not allowed to do it today. And we was coming down and it was very dark. I think it's about 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. You know, it's early mornings. You still have a smoke in the air. The sun is still not up. We're coming down and I have such a strong feel. We're coming closer and there's this group of people standing, like group of monks. But the feelings that you receive by around that person, that group of people, I want to bow. I feel like I'm on the way, something important, something big, and a little bit of fear within you when we pass. So to be honest, like I've been into Sadhguru, I've been in Shri Shri, I have never witnessed any feelings like this ever in my life. I like every people is for like different experience. I'm not saying they are not powerful or anything like this, but for me, it was the most strongest experience that I witnessed in my life of the strength of the energy field. So the next day I couldn't, and it wasn't only me, it was full group of us feels the same feeling. You just want to be unseen and bow to the people. Like that's what this was coming within. So you try to like, you know, give the way. So next day I was start approaching towards one of the teachers, which one was training the kids over there, and I say, can you explain to me why we wasn't allowed yesterday into the chambers for prayer? And he said, every 2 weeks we have a groups of monks which one give their word that they're going to pray for the world, and they all of them have their own prayers to pray. Some of them for molecular bombs, some of them for protection for the children. So they all take vows to continuously doing it, and every 2 weeks they're coming and confess that they will continue doing it. And I swear God that the moment he says that, I understand I seen true warriors of the planet Earth.
Wow.
And like I'm saying now, my souls of the body, they are the warriors. They are putting their life into the world, and our world, it is a spiritual world, and they're using their strength towards to protect us. So that's what I witnessed.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I know, I don't know, maybe I shared it before, maybe not, but that's...
No.
And I have to say Nepal is one of the strongest places I have ever been, spiritually. Even though I've been into India and a few different places, but still...
You're covering microphone.
Sorry, let me change it. So, Nepal for me, Tibet, especially Tibet, I have to say that it's really touched me. It touched me. So we've been to a few different places. We've been to a few different caves. In one cave I didn't feel much, and the second cage the energy was so high that my body was very difficult to handle it.
Wow.
Yeah. So by experience, it's Tibet. But again, like what you're searching in life, I mean, if you're a monk and you're consuming energy for some point of time, but if you have families, when you have kids, I think you have to realize like which part of life you're choosing and what you need it for, because spirituality is just like a huge specters of different choices. What you're going to do with it?
Exactly. Being a mom is also like spiritual. I mean, in a way, you are not sitting like a monk and you're not praying for the whole world selflessly. But you are dealing with the real world on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, yes.
You are giving this love and care and nurturing and taking care of the kids and the whole household regardless on your personal state today. You may wake up and feeling like shit, I'm sorry. You may have some medical issues. For example, in my case, when I have anemia, when I had it, and I couldn't, I mean, it was a lot of effort for me to get up from bed. It's like, you roll out from bed, you sit on a bed, because if you get up, you faint. You sit, you breathe, you like, the head is spinning, okay. Now you slowly get up and you cannot stand straight, so like crunching, crawling to the washroom, brushing your teeth, slowly, like a turtle, going downstairs and still like being there and being present and still doing whatever you have to do, because you cannot just abandon the kids. And this is cruel.
I think
you
as well, when you go to spiritual world, spiritual teachings like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Kama Sutra even, I think it's very important as well understand, instead of rush into spirituality and try to live it all in once, sometimes it's better step back and let it unfold themselves slowly, because it's taking you when you start learning a lot of things like food, like exercise, you attaches yourself from the reality. And this is one of the way you're avoiding of reality. You know, like you feel like you're beyond that because you don't have knowledge.
Yeah, it's reminds me.
And when we are living in the world where you need to eat, when you need to earn the money, so it's very narrow, like line where you're walking, not to go, not to go too far. And to be honest, like even if you look for Sadhguru wives, right? So she decided, she did the practice and she left the body, right? That's for her spiritual part. She chose that. What's that showing us? If you start practicing to leave this planet Earth, you can do it and very fast. I mean, if you are putting your life for 6-7 months and this is your goal, you can achieve it and very fast. But the thing is, what you're leaving behind, who you surrounding, like you have kids, you have responsibilities, you have maybe you have to fulfill society needs as well. So just to go spiritual and isolate yourself, otherwise we wouldn't be as a humans.
No, just go spiritual by avoiding the physical life and the actual life experience. This is not spiritual. I don't think it can be called spiritual. Once I had, it wasn't actually far away.
I mean, like, have a look. If we have so many realities, okay?
Yeah.
And realities unfolds for each one, the way they're presenting themselves. So your reality is not my reality.
Exactly.
Even though you're saying this timeline is just within you, okay? For me, at the time, in this moment in time, whatever you're saying is not exist. And because I have my own reality and I have my past. So when we are going to the spiritual teachers and waiting for being guided, right? So what we do, we like unfold with very strong connections, with very strong pulled and energy consuming people. They have a pull, so they have a mayaks, okay? Mayaks to
pendulum.
Yeah, so you have a mayak, which one is guiding people's attention. So instead of making your own reality unfold for you as a personality, you unfold towards the person who is guiding you. What to do with this energy and how they consuming this energy? This is a question mark, and we probably never find out what is the really. So, like a tarot you mentioned, right? You unfold the future. It's one of possibilities of the future.
I mean, my approach to tarot was always slightly different. I do not know, but it's based on my experience, I would say. I could see it a bit differently. I would never say, for example, oh, this is the future you have. No, I would say, like, based on the energy that it feels to me like right now, this is the outcome that this energy is attracting. But as well, you have the option if there are options, I would name all of those options which are the strongest to unfold. And if you are making this choice in this direction, let's say you are choosing to go left, that is the likeliest possibilities, like 2 or 3, whatever future might unfold. That would happen. If you choose to go straight, this is the most likeliest outcome, or whatever the energy is bringing as an outcome. If you go right, this is another set of outcome that can come your way based on this current choice. So it's never set in a stone, you know. The future is like many different possibilities that are unfolding, but it always has a connection. It's always based on your personal choice that you are making right now. Karma, baby, cause and effect. Whatever you plant now, whatever you choose, will trigger the result or the events in the future to unfold according that would be matching this choice. It's like once, a few years ago, I did this out of body. I was practicing. I wanted, I don't want to talk too much time on it, but I was doing the out of body and preparing myself. I just wanted to have some knowledge. I wanted to understand the purpose, the human life, the emotions, how that all, and thoughts inside of our heads, how that all is operating on an energetic level from a different perspective. I did, and then I had the same set of like shadows bringing me back, and like it was before all the time. And then I'm like, no, I'm here to learn. It's like, it's not your time, darling. They call me different names, some vibration name. It wasn't Anna, it was different names. Like, darling, this is not your time. What are you doing here? It's like, yeah, but I want to be here. This is the goal, to purify and to reach here. And they told me clearly, it's like, and it's like telepathic communication. It's like, no, everybody will reach the point and everybody will be back here, but you chose to come to this life to experience the life the way you set it to be, with all the ugly stuff and all the happy stuff and the beautiful stuff just as it is, for the sake of its experience.
I know what you're saying.
It's like, you cannot experience here the same physical touch. You cannot experience the same level of emotion of falling in love as you can experience in the physical realm. So just stick to your journey, stick to your trip, enjoy your trip, and then we will see you back here, but this is not your time. And that's it. I'm like, woof, back in my body.
I have similar experience.
Yeah, but of course, the full spectrum of that experience is difficult to describe. There are no words to explain even close enough to what it feels like in a body, or the way you perceive and you see that reality and you understand all of that processes, how the thoughts, how emotions, how everything is connected. It's like a fracture of second, and I understand everything here in a life makes perfect sense. Even if it's like really bad situations, like it's perfect sense. But once you're in a body, you don't feel so good about that. It doesn't make perfect sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It just feels really ugly situation. But from that perspective, it just makes perfect sense. But here we have emotions attached.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of it. That's why I'm gonna enjoy your tea.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh,
Thank you.
this my sliding on a chair is making uncomfortable sounds. I don't want to say.
So what I will be putting into conclusion, for if you like searching for spirituality to have all the answers, you probably don't gonna get in one place.
Nah, never.
You probably need to do research. God bless if you do. From the first time you find information. I'm on the journey for 17 years.
No, I never found from one place. It took me, starting from the age of 14 and almost
Another thing
40.
I want to unfold
16,
is
26 years. God damn it, 26 years. And I still didn't get my
spiritual
answers.
part for me is to understand how the matter is working, how universes nourish us, how our thoughts affecting our reality, what we can filter, what we cannot filter, how we stuck into the gaps of thoughts. So my spiritual part to observe myself. I'm not talking about anybody else, but like that's what I'll be focusing. Observe what you are stuck with, what knowledge are you getting, from which sources you're getting, and which which mayaks of attention that you're feeding. So, because our reality in total as a global Earth is being filled with energy that people follow. So what you watch, what you listen. So even people say there is the future, will be like those and those things. I would be very careful to put your emotion into it. The moment the emotions are there, it will have to unfold and will have to happen.
Yeah, that's how we ground that.
So I will be very, very careful about people who's like saying about the future. Like Vanga, for example, she said that the Kursk will be under the water, right?
Oh, well.
And like nobody knows that it wouldn't be a city, like it would be a boat, right, under the water. So it's different perspectives.
People are still trying to crack whatever Nostradamus wrote back in 1700s or 1600s. So I think it's based on what meaning also you put and which reality you're trying to feed.
And again,
how does it play for you?
For spiritual person, like, I don't know, Sadhguru, Shri, any other teachers, monks, right? Is their unfold reality. And yes, they can give you keys to this unfold reality. Yes, they can give you guides of to unfold. But communication with the universe, with the Divine Mother and Father is within you. So you need to unfold what is within you. And not like, yes, they give you keys. Yes, they give you guidance. But in fact that you need to unfold the socks of your reality. You need to unfold your future line for yourself and find out how it works. And I think when you unfold this and when you get to this realization, there is no matter what is coming within your life, you will be able to make a future that you actually created with your thoughts, with your emotion of your future, and it will become reality.
Yeah. Cheers to that. To the unfolding reality.
Well, we have to. Cheers. It's very old tradition to do this cheers.
Thank you so much, Nadia. This was amazing tea. I really like your spicy tea.
Thank you.
Tea&Spice.
Thank you for asking such a deep question, such a revealing questions.
We will get back to it.
Yes, let's
do
that.
In the next episode.
With our spice tea.
Yes.